Permission to put signs up. And you have to delete the pictures, I'm afraid. You have to delete the pictures.
Delete the pictures?
Yeah.
Oh no, we're not deleting anything. Sheila Gunn Reid for the Rebel.media. Here it is, the day after the soft launch of my new book called Stop Notley. It's also the first day of spring. Sun is shining, the birds that weren't killed in our disastrous February weather, they're chirping. And my colleague Keean Bexte is standing behind the camera. He had to come up to Edmonton to cover a story today. And we thought we would head out and deliver some of our gorgeous orange stopnotley.com signs to promote the book. And we thought we would give them to the people we thought were most deserving here in Edmonton. Come with us. So we're going to dedicate the first sign to every single NDP, MLA, and former journalist who's about to lose their jobs.
It was almost 4 months ago that Ezra Levant and myself received a letter from the Elections Commissioner that somehow we had violated the Elections Act and not registered as a third party. As journalists, we had not registered as third-party political advertisers. I think that's an affront to democracy, so here we are delivering my first sign to the corrupt Edmonton government. You know, this guy here, the Elections Alberta Commissioner, he's the one that we have entrusted with making sure our democracy runs smoothly. And I would recommend to him, alongside keeping this sign for later, that he reads the first couple of paragraphs of the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, because it says right there that we are allowed to put up billboards, we're allowed to have an opinion, and silencing journalists is something that is done in China and Russia. That's not something that we accept here in Canada, and that's why we're delivering this sign here today.
So my friend Keean has just delivered his sign to the Elections Commissioner, whom Google tells me resides in this building right behind me. But I'm here to deliver my sign to Elections Alberta, because the undemocratic yahoos who run their social media accounts, particularly their Twitter account, professed that I had broken elections laws when I put up my big, beautiful, bold Shannon Phillips sign, my Fire Shannon Phillips billboard along the side of Highway 2. As it turns out, despite the fact that Elections Alberta had confirmed there was an open investigation into my billboard, there is none. And so today I'm giving Elections Alberta a stopnotley.com sign because they don't have a clue what they're doing.
Permission to put signs up. And you have to delete the pictures, I'm afraid. You have to delete the pictures.
Delete the pictures?
Yeah.
Oh no, we're not deleting anything.
Yeah, but you're not permitted on this property.
Yeah, well, I'm taking them. I'm taking the signs.
Oh yeah, you take the sign.
Yeah, but I'm
you can't
not...
publish the pictures in front of our sign.
Who are you, sorry?
It's the province of Alberta. I'm the Deputy Chief Electoral Officer for Alberta.
What's your name?
Great.
Drew Westwater.
Oh, great. Well, I think Sheila has a few words for you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure, yeah.
You'll have to remove the signs and you cannot post the pictures.
You guys are sure aficionados of censorship, aren't you?
It's not censorship. It's non-partisan, unbiased partisan activity.
So why, can you tell us why the only people that you've been charging under the Elections Act is NDP, is Conservative operatives?
Elections Alberta doesn't charge anybody. That's the Election Commissioner's job.
Well, we were led to believe through your Twitter that you were, in fact, and you were forwarding information to the Elections Commissioner.
We do when that violation becomes our attention. That is correct.
Right, so why did your Twitter account tell
That was
the
an error.
media? It was an error.
Yeah, it was a staff person made an error.
Yeah, well,
Who was the staff member?
Who's the staff member?
That's personal information.
It's public information, actually.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, it absolutely is.
Well,
That's all I have to say on that.
Well, I think it concerns me, considering that your Twitter account said that I broke the law.
I've answered your question. Is there anything
It's an easy FOIP to figure out who the staff member was. Can you just tell us?
You cannot. We're not FOIPable, I'm afraid.
Isn't that convenient? Well, I'm sure our lawyers will figure it out. Thank you.
I look forward to talking.
Yes, I bet you do.
Mr. Billis, have you ever done any sort of hard drugs while in office? Have you ever done drugs in office, or would you address the allegations that your wife made? No. No. So it looks like Minister Billis didn't really want to answer our questions, so we'll just leave him this sign here. He can check out the website. I sincerely hope he reads Sheila Gunn Reid's new book. I've read the first chapter of it. It's quite amazing. But I have to note the irony of where Darren Billis put his campaign office. If you look right over there, it's Hypnotic 420. Right around the corner, there's a sex shop, and I think there's a cigar shop there. All the vices for Darren Billis. Makes it easy and convenient. Not saying he does drugs. All I'm saying is his wife has alleged that he has a serious drug and alcohol addiction while in office, and he's a philanderer, of course. So we're going to leave this sign here, and I hope he reads the book. Darren, if you're watching this, I hope you enjoy life outside of elected office.
Next stop on our sign delivery is Naughty Rachel Notley's constituency office. We are deep in the heart of progressive Alberta. These people keep electing Rachel Notley, and they keep electing the NDP federally. So we are, Keean and I, in the danger zone. But we wanted to come past Rachel Notley's constituency office because we want her to read the book. She's prominently featured in the book. She stars in the book. She's an important part of my book. So that's where our next stopnotley.com book sign goes, is right here at Rachel Notley's constituency office. Well, our next stop is here at Deputy Premier and Health Minister Sarah Hoffman's office. And I'm delivering her a stopnotley.com book sign because this one is for all the sewer rats at home. As you'll recall, Deputy Premier Sarah Hoffman called Conservative voters sewer rats. So, shall we, sewer rats? Let's go plunk this in front of her campaign office. Campaign workers. That's fun. So, I don't think that we can put our sign in the ground in Sarah Hoffman's campaign office lawn because it's private property, and we don't believe in trespassing, and I certainly believe in private property rights, so I'm going to leave it here on the bus stop right in front of her office so that when her campaign workers come out and do the right thing and take public transportation, they have to see my book sign too.
It has been a wonderful day trolling the communists and socialists that make up the NDP caucus here in Edmonton. Sheila and I just stopped here at the final stop of our tour of Edmonton at David Egan's constituency office. If you don't know David, he's the Minister of Education, and he's failed a generation of students. He's actually where this whole campaign started off when we put up the Fire Egan billboard on the side of Highway 2. We put it up because David Egan personally had a hand in failing 40% of grade 9 math students. 40% of grade 9 math students failed under the NDP's watch. It's a disgrace what they've done to education, which is why we're awarding the final sign of the night to David Egan. He deserves it. David, I hope you read the book. You're in it. And I think that it's disgusting what you've done to this province. And that's my editorial opinion at a journalistic outlet. So there you go. I hope you enjoy the sign and enjoy life outside of elected office.
My friend Keean and I, who is behind the camera right now, spent the day with a little guerrilla marketing campaign in some notable locations around the city of Edmonton. Now, to get my book, Making the Case to Throw Rachel Notley and Her Inept Socialist Caucus Out of Office, go to stopnotley.com, and while you're there, you can sign up to get yourself one of these big, beautiful orange signs. That's at stopnotley.com.